very short intro time. Some of the things I say in this video are going to be slightly outdated because this video was actually filmed a week ago. So unfortunately, due to technological issues, I was not able to upload it when it was still really relevant. Alright, so if something I'm saying doesn't make sense, that's because this was filmed before a lot of stuff started coming out and there's just still a lot of questions, and there still are a lot of questions, but I'm even more confused in this video. That's all I have to say. Take it away, past self. Now, before I say what I'm about to say, let's all just breathe, okay? Just take as many as you'd like. You're gonna need them. Got them? Okay. Just a few extra. Alright, so in case you were unaware, Cote Pablo, who portrays Ziva David on NCIS, will not be returning as regular cast member for season 11. The news was released yesterday, and if I'm the one who just broke it to you, and if you already knew beforehand, just please still take them, please. There are so many unanswered questions, how this happened, what's going to happen. Yeah, those are the two main big ones. If it was Cote's decision to leave and pursue other things or just take some time off, I wish Cote nothing but the best. She's incredible and amazing, and even though I'm gonna miss her so much, and I know so many other people are, she's wonderful, and I'll still follow her throughout her career, and you know, nothing but love and hugs towards her. If it was CBS's decision, I would just like to issue a friendly reminder to all my viewers, no one in particular, that Ziva is an extremely popular and well-developed character that has a large fan base from all age demographics of both genders. She also has had Ziva-centric episodes with storylines developed around her, and those episodes have managed to score some of the higher views in the history of the show, including season 10's Shiva, which now holds the record for the episode with the most views in all of NCIS history. That was an episode centered around Ziva. That would lead me to believe that she has quite a following, quite a strong following, actually, and I don't know, I wouldn't want to mess with that if it were me. But, you know, to each their own. Just thought I'd throw that out into the atmosphere. Now, if you are like me and many other people, you may be wondering how they're going to go about it, because it does say in all of these press releases that she's only going to be in the first half of like the beginning of the new season. Some people have been saying she's only going to be in the first episode, some people saying she is more than that. I would think she would have more than one episode, hopefully. We've had 8 years with this extremely well-developed and changing and learning and incredible character, and I don't know how well her storyline could be tied up in a 42-minute time slot. Especially if there's a case and they're explaining what happened over the summer and whatever's going on with the Gibbs. I would hate to see such a well-rounded character get tossed aside in about 10 minutes. All the writers working on NCIS are incredible. If you haven't noticed already, they're amazing. And even with their extreme magical talent, I couldn't see Ziva leaving in one episode. I mean, I'm not saying she won't. Again, I know nothing. But I would say that it would be slightly more challenging and a little disappointing to see her suddenly be wrapped up in that short amount of time. Another concern of mine is I don't think the writers were expecting Ziva to leave. I know they said something about they left the episode in a fashion where they could make it work if Cote did decide to leave. And that's great, but I don't think anyone was expecting her to leave. I know so many people were just laughing it off, like, no way, she's not going to choose to leave. But it happened, and now we have to face the consequences. I think there's only really 3 possibilities. One, they could have her be killed off. 2, they could have her switch jobs, or 3, they could have her move away. And then there's like 3.5 where people saying her and Tony elope and she runs away with his unborn child, but we're gonna cross that bridge when we come to it. If we come to it, I mean if it happens. Okay, death is probably the most alarming of the 3 options, because when she's gone, unless Ziva comes back as a paranormal creature and Tony suddenly starts chasing ghosts. I'm one of those people who laughs through my pain whilst crying about it. They could kill her off, she'd be gone. I mean, I think they still have cleanup any way you go about it, just a couple of episodes afterwards where they have to deal with it. Death is scary because let's think about the pros and cons. Pros, it's dramatic. Cons, she's gone forever. She's not coming back. Sudden, a little overly dramatic. My poor Tony, my poor Gibbs losing another daughter, Abby handling it after the loss of Kate, Guy losing a best friend, everyone losing everything, the end of the David family. There's really no winning situation with death. We've never seen Ziva really run away and not be brought back by someone, so if she's leaving the show, they have to do something where they can't exactly just pull her back. And that's the only reason I consider death even on the table, is that they need some kind of final thing, or semi-final thing rather, with her character, where there's no easy fix. New job. Today a tweet was put out by Marina Sirtis saying that she was coming back for season 10 episode 2 of NCIS, which, in case you forgot, she's playing the new director of Mossad, which is why some people have been saying that she could have a new job, where she could be brought back to Israel to join Mossad once more, because she no longer has a job at NCIS. This is probably the most likely of the 3, and also really painful, because she's leaving her family in NCIS. Pros, she's still alive. Pros, she has a new job. She's a call away, kind of. She has a job, she's happy, she could come back later on, she could want to rejoin NCIS. Cons, she's across the world, she's not going to be working NCIS cases anymore. Why am I making a gang sign? Okay, moving. Though I don't know where she'd be moving to. I mean, she has no family left in Israel. I mean, unless she's moving with Shmuel, but doesn't even he travel a lot? Like, he was in New York when Denozo caught him? I don't know. Why would she just move away? Did she have some kind of incident where she just needs to get out of there? What would require her to suddenly abandon everything and move? Pros, pretty much the same as a job. She can be brought back. Yeah, it's basically the exact same thing as a job. None of these are exceptionally great ways out, but I mean, really, if you look at all the options, it's like you're standing on the Titanic. There's a shark on your left, a piranha on your right. If you jump forward, you get crushed by the boat, and if you jump back, you get sucked into the fans. And then if you just stay there, you're on a sinking ship. There's really no fantastic way out of it. And like I said, I don't really think they were planning on having her leave, especially with the comments that Gary was making about having a certain couple that I'm afraid to even bring up yet. They were moving forward at the same pace, but now we're moving on to a new issue concerning that. I'm almost afraid to say the word. There are concerns regarding Tiva. Ooh, I'm afraid someone's going to jump out of the screen and punch me. Some might say that over these past 8 years, Tiva has been moving at a somewhat slower pace. Now we either have to jump headfirst into Cannon Bay or just stay on the ship and sink into non-existence. Interestingly enough, I do have problems with both of these options. Of course, I'm not going to be picky. If we come back and they're making out on the couch, I'm not going to complain. It would be weird to have them been moving so snail-like over these past few years and suddenly they're like, boom, let's get down to business. I feel like that's kind of rushed and slightly out of character. I have a feeling it won't be done sloppily. Is that a word? I have a feeling it won't be done in a messy fashion no matter what, because again, I have a lot of faith in these writers. They're amazing and incredible. If I only could choose between the two, I would definitely want them to become canon before she leaves, because Otherwise, we've just had 8 years of all of this for nothing. And that's so unrewarding and so disappointing and so upsetting. It's kind of crushing me just thinking about it. They might now have them be in a relationship when we come back after these 4 months. As much as I would have loved to see it, once again, if they're doing the deed already, what do I care? The Tiva ship is always dangerous. One thing, this is probably the most morbid I'll be throughout this whole thing, is one thing that is upsetting in my mind is that there's so much that could have been done that we'll never see, both from a Ziva standpoint and from a Tiva standpoint. To quote Gary Glasberg, he did say we'll get there eventually. It could have been the series Phenomenana. I've lost my tongue in great deep depression. That could have been in the series finale. I don't know, I feel like there's so much that could have been done. Like, I always imagined Tony's father finding out they were dating, or the whole team finding out they were dating. I want some kind of reaction from a team member. Ziva, her character, was not done. There's an endless string of possibilities with her. She's such a layered character, and I just always wanted to see her future pan out, because I feel like it's bright after everything she's been through. I feel like she is, the light at the end of the tunnel, and I am kind of sad we're not going to be able to see it unless she does come back, which would be fantastic. If she came back even for the end or the series finale, I want her back in the series finale. Like, there's not even a doubt in my mind. I want a flash forward of her and Tony with their little babies and pets, maybe a dog. Big question regarding the whole show. How will the show carry on and who will replace her? How will the show carry on? We're losing a really big character. I've seen some shows pull off losing a major character and go unscathed. Like, for instance, Criminal Mind has lost some pretty big characters throughout its run. Everyone, has managed perfectly well. The thing is, with NCIS, the last time we lost a series regular was in season 5 with Jenny, and even then, she wasn't one of the big main characters. We haven't lost one of those since Kate back in season 2, and even then she was only there for 2 seasons. We've had Ziva for 8, she's gone through so much, we've seen her go through so much, and losing her is really difficult. And I feel like losing her is losing a big chunk of the show. I'm not saying she's the entire show, I can't say any of them are the entire show, not even Gibbs. I just feel like she's a very central and important asset to the series, and losing her is slightly concerning because it leads to the question, will there be a giant loss of viewers? In my mind, I don't think it's gonna run so smoothly. I don't know if they're gonna lose viewers. I don't wish the demise of NCIS, obviously. I want people to keep watching. I'll keep watching. However, I do know some people that would consider not watching it anymore, and if it loses enough viewers, the end may be sooner than we considered, especially if it's on its 11th season and we start losing major characters. People might be like, oh, the end is near. Of course, there's always the possibility that this could be a joke, but it'd be a really elaborate joke. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's really not likely. I wouldn't count on it. If it is a joke, I would welcome her back with open arms. I would be like, I don't care that this was a really cruel joke. Just please come back to me. I know it's really hard, and I actually recorded when it was first coming out, and you guys don't want to see it. It's literally me going through 50 Shades of Denial. And then I start crying, so then I turn the camera off, and it's a mess. But I know some of you guys are just really heartbroken, and I feel your pain. I'm always there for you if you want to comment or message me. I'm always here. I know there's a petition going around to bring Cote back. I think that was in the instance of if CBS got rid of her. I'll put a link to the petition below. If you want to, sign it, be part of the movement. Those are my views and opinions on what's going on. I know it's a hard time. Give yourself a little bit of time. I mean, eat some ice cream like the ones that have been melting beside me this whole video. Find something that makes you laugh. Are you ready for this? This is what's been getting me through the past 2 days. That's how bad this is. Sign, comment, message, whatever you need to do. Love you guys. Keep calm, stay strong, and we'll all get through this together. Goodbye. Another spider! Oh, it's huge! Die! Oh, can't you see I'm going through enough? Spiders have no respect for other people's emotions. Disgusting. Anyway,